What's up everybody, Enrique here, and today is the first of a new series I'm starting called Asking for a Friend. What I'll be focusing on in this series are questions that are pretty simple but may be very difficult to find an answer when you're first starting out. Some of which might be difficult just because it feels as if you should know this if you say you're making music. But we all start somewhere, we all need to find answers somehow, so I'm hoping I can help with this series. So in this first video, I'm going to be showing you how to get audio out of a Bass Station 2, or any synthesizer for that matter, into your laptop or computer. Awesome, let's get into it. Alright, to get audio out of our synthesizer into our computer or laptop, we're going to need a few things. First, we're going to need, of course, a synthesizer. In this case, we're using the Bass Station 2. It's a monophonic synth, and the cool thing about this is it can also be powered over USB from the computer itself. Next, we're going to need an audio interface. We're going to be using the Focusrite 2i2, which is also USB powered, a couple USB cables, and then, last but not least, the audio cable. Alright guys, so in this setup, what we're going to do is connect everything. We have the Focusrite 2i2, our audio interface, running into the laptop here with this red USB cable. This black and red braided USB cable is going to the back of the Bass Station 2. Both of these USB connections are powering both devices, so they don't need to be plugged into the wall. Some synthesizers do require that they need to be plugged into the wall, but in this case, we're lucky enough to have that both of these do not require that. The line output of the Bass Station 2 is going into the input number 1 of the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. And then we have Ableton open, of course, which we'll cut to in a sec. And yeah, let's figure out how we get this stuff routed. Oh, and one last thing. This headphone jack is going into my recorder so that you guys can hear it at home. So probably one of the first things you've noticed is after plugging all this stuff in, when you hit the keys, you don't hear anything, even though your audio interface is telling you, hey, you're getting signal. You can see the green halo light up right there. The reason because in Ableton itself, we don't have it routed correctly. So let's go to the screen really quick and I'll show you how to route this. So in Ableton, what we're going to want to do is go over to Live, up in the top left corner, hit Preferences, and then go to the Audio tab. You might start off in the Look and Feel tab, but let's go down to Audio. So in the Audio tab, you're going to see Driver Type, Audio Input Device, Audio Output Device, and a ton of other things. Where we want to focus on is the audio device here at the top. Driver Type, we don't need to worry about that. Just make sure it says Core Audio. Audio Input Device, see how it says no device? It might even say built-in microphone. What we're going to look for is our audio interface that we are currently using. In this case, the Scarlett 2i2. Click that. Audio output device. We also want the audio to be sent out of Ableton into the 2i2. So in this case, we have audio going from the 2i2 into the laptop, out of the laptop into the Focusrite. The reason we want to do that is because our Focusrite audio outputs on the back are going to be sent to our studio monitors, or in this case to our headphones. So everything that's going on in the laptop we also want to hear out of this device. So by routing these two together, we can hear all the drums and stuff we put in Ableton as well as all the stuff we're sending into Ableton. So we can close out of this. We have audio input 2i2, audio output 2i2. Now when I press something, we still don't hear anything, right? That's because we don't have an audio track enabled in Ableton. We can see that we're getting the audio right there, the green halo, but there's nothing in Ableton. So in one of these audio devices, or audio tracks, sorry, another way, if you don't have any of these up, you can just hit Create and Insert Audio Track, and that will open up a new audio track. For example here, Audio 4. Where do we want to hear our sound from? We want to hear the Bass Station, which is currently plugged into input number 1. So we want to say we're taking it from an external input, in this case the 2i2. Which input from the external? 1 and 2, 1, 2, or 2. We just want to hear 1 because this is a monophonic synthesizer, meaning it only needs the left audio output or just a single audio output. So it's going out of 1 into 1. Some stereo synthesizers may require you to go left and right out of their synthesizer into the left and right input of an audio interface. But for now, we'll just focus on this and select number 1. And then down here, you want to make sure you arm the track to be ready for recording. This means any of the input should now be heard. The next step is on the monitoring section, have it set to auto. That will allow sound to come in when there's nothing currently in the track. Now we can hear our bass. And this is great because we can turn on the metronome, just record a little simple loop, and our audio is recorded. Awesome. I really hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions or comments or have any other asking for a friend type questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks so much for checking this out, guys. Share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.